Hi!
Hi!
We made a thing!
We made a thing!
Well, this was your idea, so
Okay, yeah,
I'll let you, explain.
This is one of my crazy cockamamie ideas. How did we think about this? It was June, summer had just started, we were all in good spirits, and I needed a project. And I remembered you'd done NaPoWriMo, I think.
Yeah.
And I think I went...
It's National Poetry Writing Month for the uninitiated. Poem a day for every day of April.
Which leads to 30 poems. And so I think I just went, Doug, I need a project. Can I just do some graphic design to your NaPoWriMo stuff and we'll make a pamphlet? I think that was the general idea.
Yeah, we started off saying we were going to make a pamphlet, I remember that.
Yes.
And then as we did it, we ended up with this.
With this, which is very much not a pamphlet.
Yeah.
I think we wanted to do...
Yeah.
Do you remember when we had this idea? I remember sitting in the kitchen discussing it, and we
Yeah.
felt really good when we thought about let's not do pamphlet.
I think you'd done the first 5 pages or so.
Yeah.
I think it was mainly this one.
Yes.
It was day 1, and I remember looking at it and thinking that looks too good. I don't really want to have like the margin thing, the bleed, as they call it in the biz. I don't really want to have like staples in it or anything. I think it looks good enough on its own to just stand alone. So then we decided, we were chatting in the kitchen and we just said, why don't we just make a bunch of standalone pages? And then we turned them into like these mini postcard things.
And we can sell them in a box.
Yeah.
Well, we discussed...
Because we are the ultimate hipsters, Perry, and we
Yes.
decided that brown cardboard box and tie them with string was the best idea. Because,
Yes. Because obviously... I mean,
it makes sense.
We've said for a long time now that we have fully sort of embraced our pretentious hipsterness.
Absolutely.
And,
Yeah.
we make no allusions to sort of not being hipsters
Yeah.
and absolutely pretentious.
It's really hard, especially because the labels
Yes.
are hand typed on a typewriter.
Yes, these little...
I apologize for nothing. And neither does he.
So what all went into the decision of making it not a pamphlet? So obviously there was that kind of aesthetic concern, but what else? Why else did you want to kind of buck tradition and do something else?
There was a lot of pamphlets in the scene.
Yeah, there were way too many pamphlets. I can't compete with like other people.
Yes, right?
I was gonna name names there, but then, no. Generally, I can't compete with other people. Like, so I was like, you know what? Let's do something weird and different.
Yeah.
And you got on board pretty quickly with that idea.
Of course. I definitely
Yeah.
want to be different.
Yeah.
Um,
Anything to look different.
yeah. So all of these are set to designs, photographs, and old pages from old books, and they're all part of the public domain, which I really love.
Yeah.
So they're all works that have either lost their owners, or they're just that old that any copyright on them has expired. And I really love that. That was an idea that
Some
I
of
had
them you took
early on.
yourself as well, though.
Oh yeah, there's a couple like this one again, hand typed on a typewriter, and I took a picture of it. Well, I folded it up, added the coffee stain because I was probably drinking coffee at the time, and I just set it down on the paper.
He was drinking coffee at the time. I remember.
Yes. And then I took a picture of it, and
Yeah, one of my favorite pages actually. I'm gonna just
take
have a quick
over.
look through. Was a picture that you actually took. Because you are a photographer as well.
Let's see,
There it is, number 18. I mean, it's not the ultimate favorite, but it is one of my favorites. So that was the original photograph, and then flipped it up so we could get the poem in. I think it really fits. It fits really well.
It fits. I mean, both with the poem, because it's about a memory, if I recall, about a woman. That's our.
Isn't it always?
Isn't it always? So yeah, that was a picture I took with one of my dad's old cameras. It's an analog Nikon FT3, I want to say.
That means nothing to me.
It's a camera.
Oh,
it takes film.
Yeah.
So again, I took a picture of the picture, and then I superimposed the text later.
Yeah.
It worked out really well.
To what extent was it a collaborative process, deciding what images to go with what text, or to what extent was that just you, Perry?
No, it was both of us.
100%, yeah, 100% collaborative.
Yeah.
Just every step of the way, it was really nice actually, because we do like the occasional. We'd work on it like every now and again.
Yeah.
For like a few weeks.
More, I want to say, it was like a month and a half that we were.
Yeah.
I mean, it was most of the work was done in the first 2 weeks, I think, where we would work every day for probably about
the
5 hours a day.
The poems were all written.
Oh yeah, exactly.
By that point, but it was just finding the image and then placing it all together. We were very much on the same page with it.
Yeah.
And compiling the song list as well.
Oh yes.
I mean, I sort of took a more of a leading role in that.
Of course.
Just because of some of the poems required some specific songs, but the way we organised it and everything, and like you approved everything.
Exactly.
It was nice. It's always nice.
Yeah. And this is a little, on the topic of the song list, there's a little nice tidbit that I've got. Let me see if I can find number 14, I do believe. Yes, that's the one. So, this is one of my favourite pages. Now, this is an actual convict's sheet from a gentleman who was arrested in Australia. You can see his picture and everything. He was arrested in 1990. And the poem is...
Not 1990. It'll be
1890. Pardon.
It'd be a lot more up to date if it was 1990.
Exactly. So I took out, in Photoshop, I took out his convictions that were written here in sort of tabulated form, and I put the poem there instead. Very poetic. God, we're so pretentious.
That's right, kids. My poetry is equivalent to crime.
Yes.
That's how good it is.
But I took the general layout of the con sheet that was here, and I recreated it for the song list, which we've got here.
Yeah.
So it's a little nice tie in between the two, which I also think sort of ties the entire work together, because it is very, very hodgepodge, which is it's meant to be. But I like that there are some things that sort of link in between them.
And I mean, like, there's other ones in here as well. Like, some of the poems had like a thematic link, and we decided that we'd make that link very obvious by using similar kinds of images or similar ways of doing the images.
Exactly, with the same layout and the same font and everything like that.
Doug, has the project changed how you see the poem?
In some cases, it has actually. I really, like, before this project, I was very much of a get it done sort of audio. My first sort of pamphlet-y thing was a CD. And for me, that was very much the way I liked my work. But now, having seen it like this, it adds like that little extra to it. I really like some of my favorite ones are like these bold designs. I'm gonna give you those. These bold designs, like on day 21, when you get this kind of like bold font and like really sharp colors and stuff. Day 26, which was a poem inspired by Moonrise Kingdom, the Wes Anderson film, and Perry made it look like a Wes Anderson little side note. Yes, I know we're very pretentious, and I don't care. I love it. And my two absolute favorites are Day 29 and Day 30. And for me, Day 29 is the ultimate favorite because it just fits the poem so well, and I'm a really big fan of black and white plus yellow. So yeah, it's like my thing. And because that's why I'm such a big fan of Kev's pamphlet and CD, because it's black and white and yellow. It's awesome. But yeah, it just seeing image plus text, it really adds to it. I think it's a great way to do performance poetry style pamphleting.
I entirely agree, and I do. Without tooting my own horn, I do love everything that we came up with this. I love the product. The fact that it comes, comes in a box, very sort of anonymous, just the little writing on the top. Comes with a string that ties the work together. I'm very happy with this.
What's next from you guys?
Well, you've been talking about
so many ideas. It's going to be like smoke and road flares and slow-mo and suits and masks.
Yes.
I want to do something weird, Eric. I want to get weird.
We're going to get weird with it, to quote Danny DeVito.
Yeah. But yeah, actually, coming out of 30 Night Sketches, there are some poems in there which I really wanted to expand on and do another CD and actually do a pamphlet, a regular old pamphlet, but it's going to be my take on it. So
Yeah.
Well, I say mine. It's gonna be our take on it, Perry.
Oh, yes,
You're gonna be,
of course.
You're the merch guy.
I'm the merch guy.
He's the merch guy.
I am.
He does the merch. So yeah, CD and pamphlet combo probably in the works at some point.
Yeah.
But
That's a case for me
Yeah.
as well because, you always learn a lot. Doug CD was the first thing I ever did that's audio
Yeah.
related, like pure
I
audio.
still haven't listened to it. I refuse to listen to it because I know I'll hate it.
Yeah, please don't.
Not because of your work or anything.
No.
Or because of any of the musicians we got, because that's all fantastic. I really hate the sound of my own voice. So, no.
Yeah, I'm dreading having to edit this later because I don't want to watch me
Yeah.
on screen, hearing voice through microphone. It's awful. It's awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say like you
Why
always.
did we get into performance poetry?
Damn it! But you always learn a lot, and Doug's CD was the first thing I did audio related, and I don't listen to it now either because the mastering is awful. I haven't treated the audio well. I really haven't, and I want to redo it and do a new CD where I
Yeah.
can use
If you want
the things I've learned.
If you want a comparison of how like the work changes, I'm gonna plug my own video here, but screw it. Go watch the video for Carpenter, which is one of my poems, and then watch Katie Ailes' Polo's video, and you will see a marked improvement. Mainly because the writing's better, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And you've been saying that for a while now as well, that we need to make another poetry video.
We do, yeah,
'cause
we
you
do.
don't like not having the best poetry video, right?
I've made it my mission in Loud Poets to have the best poetry video, because for the longest time I was the only one with a poetry video, and then they all jumped on the bandwagon. So now I feel like we need to reclaim the spot for me.
Yeah.
The prime partnership.
Yes, of course.
The best way this works is for you to make me look good.
Oh yes, so
And-
exactly.
Yeah, so smoke, road flares, masks, suits,
Yeah.
slow-mo. It's all going to happen.
It's gonna be beautiful.
There's probably going to be an umbrella involved at some point. Don't know how, but
We're gonna get it in there.
yeah. I got ideas, plans. You don't even know.
You don't even know.
Where can they find updates on all of our stuff?
Loud Poets.
Loud Poets. So Loud Poets are on all the social media, everything. So Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube now. Hey, you can check out stuff here. We usually put up trailers and whatnot and sneak peeks and all that. But also on a personal level, all the sort of Loud Poets core group have their own pages. You just type their name plus Loud Poet.
Yep.
You've got your own art page.
I've got my
on
own art
Facebook.
page. Yeah, Perry Johnson Art. You'll find it.
Yeah, and it's a website as well.
I do have a website. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've
Do you
got
wanna-
a lot
do
of
you
things. No, it's a weird URL.
It's a weird URL, so he's not going to plug his own website.
No,
But
no.
Go on Facebook and find him.
Yes, you can find it through there.
He's super easy to find.
Also, on the things that we've mentioned, you can buy Doug CD via the internet from Etsy.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll put a link to that.
Stay
And
Night Sketches on Etsy.
they will be after this. When
Awesome.
this is out, when you're
By the
watching
time this is released, Perry will have put it up on Etsy as an option.
and you can buy it.
Because we still have a few.
Yes, we still have a few.
Yeah. Only a few, though.
Only a few. Yeah.
There
Hurry.
Ironically enough, there was a limited number. They only ended up being 30.
Which,
Out of coincidence. We didn't make that choice.
we
They
didn't
ended up
make
being-
the choice that 30 Night Sketches was going to have 30 copies of it.
Yeah.
But after we did it, we were like, oh, we're so smart.
Yeah, we're subconsciously intelligent.
Oh,
Never consciously intelligent.
no.
But yeah, go online and just pick a social media and find us there. And
Yeah.
we'll say hi.
Exactly.
We'll become friends. Fast friends.
Very good friends.
Buy our merch.
Yes. Buy our merch.